Hi, guys. Welcome back to Marantz. Rantz. Plenty of good information, a little bit of motivation, a whole lot of truth, no financial advice. It is Sunday, and I know the market's open tomorrow. It'll be open the whole week. The following Monday on the 19th, the market will be closed, so you have a short week. But I'm addressing some things because I took Saturday off from YouTube, from Twitter, from following the stock and all the information. I just laid low. I was just keeping to myself, and then Sunday comes up this morning. I wake up, and all I see is just AMC, AMC, AMC. And it's like the closer you get to the earnings that are at the end of this month, people want to go ahead and try to drum it up for something that it's not. Spaces calls were going on this morning, and everyone's talking about math and how this company's going to be great. They want you to sell because of the shorts. And I'm just like, stop. Just hear me out for a second, guys. You know, life is short. Life is too short for you to have to go through every experience yourself. Therefore, you have mentors, leaders, individuals that have done things before. You take advice from them, right? Like, I didn't have to go through and be like, hey, Bed Bath & Beyond's going down to the ground. There was people out there that wanted to experience it. They were like, hey, you know what? Zero or hero. And I'm just like, this is okay. You want to lose your money, that's on you. But right now at AMC, that is not the case. This is not one of those moments where you're going to say, you know what? I don't want to sell. I want to see what it's all about. Because before you get confused with the delivery and even the person that's giving you the message, you might miss the message. You might miss it if you're paying attention to all those other things. Listen clearly, guys. Listen to this message. Adam Aron has done everything wrong on purpose. I know you guys have been involved with this company for 3 years and you guys think this is what it is. He's been there for 8 years. He's been doing the wrong thing for a long time, but what he did is exactly what private equity does. And for those of you that don't understand what private equity is, private equity comes into a company. They plant their executives within that company. They then overextend the company on purpose. They leverage the company's assets on the books, and then they reap the benefits. But all those executives make their money along the way. Adam Aron is just a tool for what it is. But them going public, them extending themselves, them taking money from the public, then you have to think about all the things that happen along the way. And it's not just what you've seen. It's not just, hey, Adam Aron did an interview with Trey Trades. Now he comes out and he tells you it's going to be okay. We're going to try this. We're going to try that. Spaghetti sells, as in throw anything on the wall, see what sticks. Nothing sticks because that's not what the company's made for. That company's made to go bankrupt. It's a done deal. And the reason why we know this is because of Connect the Dots. If you guys have never seen the series, it's on YouTube. Google Connect the Dots Marantz Rantz. There's 63 parts to this thing. And when you pay attention, you'll pay attention to the one this week. The one this week that I did 3 this week, but let's go ahead and look at it really quick. We talked about Antera. Antera giving money to Arrival. You see Arrival up here? Arrival's an EV company out of the United Kingdom. And Antera says they agree to hold. They have committed to holding 100 million shares for 1 year for this company. They got 50% off. The shares were 40 cents and 33 cents, and they got them for 20 on a pipe deal. But beyond that, February 21st, 2023 is when they did it. Well, we're at February 11th, and this company just filed for bankruptcy to liquidate in the UK. Antera was the plant that came in and gave them money, right? They're distressed credit investors. They just leveraged the company, kind of like Mudger Capital did for AMC. AMC's doing this to you guys right in front of you. But the most unfortunate part is that there's more to it than just that. It's not just, hey, we believe in movies, we love movies, and we want this company to thrive, and or they shorted this company, therefore if we buy it, it goes up. That's not the way it works. You have to have fundamentals behind it, and or you have to be able to surprise them or catch them off guard. You didn't do that here. It's not happening this way. In 2019, AMC and their insiders hired a new CFO, came up with a new incentive plan to pay all their executives in shares, not cash, because they had none left. And they put them in tranches, the payout for these shares. They then, in turn, somehow, some way, this stock pumped. This stock pumped and all those shares vested and everyone sold. No one at the executive level for AMC gives two damns about what happens to this company now. They're completely, they've enriched themselves. There's nothing there. But I want people to remember. I want people to experience it and not have to do it again so they can tell the next guy, hey, guess what? We already been through that. Please don't do it again. That's AMC. And what do you remember not doing again? Adam Aaron doing meet and greets. Adam Aaron donating money to a gorilla habitat. Like, oh yeah, I'm going to put in $50,000 to save the gorillas. It was just like, what? Playing off of people and what they call themselves, what the community was all revved up about. Saying, yeah, we're apes. Gorillas in the Mist was such a great movie. Have you seen my Twitter interaction? Have you seen how many bots are liking my views and my channel? And this is us, 3.2 million investors. Like, is any of that factual? Or do you forget that he asked you to put in your brokerage information and all your information to Save Technologies, and then the day after earnings, they sell the company to Robinhood? Like, those are the things that have happened. Or how about taking the money of AMC, you, the shareholders, and investing in HYMC for no reason other than Mudger Capital's there? And we think this is a great investment. Gold mines. And then Dr. Diane Garrett starts putting on rocket ribbons and doing interviews with boss blunts. Tell me how this all worked out for you guys. I've been here for 3 years. I've been making the videos. I called it a pump and dump. I said, run away. Get the hell out of here. Adam Aaron is lying to you. Then Antara walks in with Project Popcorn, and JP Morgan backed this, and they decided to go ahead and offer up 20% of their company. Boom. 60 cents a share. 66 cents. Convert the shares, short the stock all the way to the ground. Took your equity for free. You didn't give it to them. You didn't vote for it. It just happened. And yet new people are trying to tell, or the same people, I don't understand it, guys. I'm trying to understand it. Why the hell you would let this happen 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times? It doesn't end there. The whole time Adam Aaron's getting blackmailed apparently by an underage ballerina, so he thought. Sending text messages back and forth, naked photos, everything, sexting. His judgment is coming into play, and yet they're telling you his personal life is separate from his business. He's been nowhere this year. He's been nowhere within the last 6 months. He doesn't come talk to you guys. He doesn't do meet and greets. He's not doing earnings calls with you. He's not doing anything. No interviews with any YouTuber or Twitter personality or Reddit. Nobody, right? But yet that's the pulse of the community. He wants to talk to his shareholder base. Sure, he wanted to talk to you when he could confuse you and get you in there. But now he doesn't want to talk to you anymore. So now you have who left? Who's still pumping this misinformation? The stock is 2.5 billion shares. From 50 million to 2.5 billion. That is 50x, guys. 50x on dilution of the company of AMC. I'm not making it up. It happened right in front of you over the last 3 years. And I try to tell you. Next, we'll talk about Bed Bath & Beyond. It's gone. I don't know why these guys lie to you. I don't know why they make up ideas and stories. I don't understand that. I've tried to tell you exactly what it was. I told you who the people involved were. Private equity came into this company 5 years ago, 6 years ago, gutted the company, hired all their friends. They made every poor decision. And this is what you have. Aside from it being a poor decision, it's not like it got any better. It's not like you can blame Mark Trenton and everyone comes up and says, well, Bed Bath & Beyond, their CEO, Mark Trenton, he's the reason why. Well, then why, after doing a discovery for a new CEO, did they feel that they had to hire the intern CEO from the board of directors, Sue Gove, who has 25-year track record of bankrupting companies? Literally bankrupting companies. And or in positions of leadership at companies that are owned by Apollo. The bondholders are Apollo. The board of directors are Apollo. That's private equity. So then you see them hire Dave Caston. You see them hire Holly Etlin. You saw exactly what happened to them. But because they had a glimpse of Ryan Cohen in the company, maybe Ryan Cohen wants to do a turnaround. Maybe Ryan Cohen wants to get some value out of the company. Say, you know what, maybe we can get this out of it. But it wasn't going to happen. It didn't happen. So believe what you read. Believe that that's the truth. Because those documents, they're filed. Those shares are extinguished. And when people tell you otherwise, those individuals are here for the wrong reasons. They're not here to tell you, hey, believe me, believe the experience that I've been through, what I've read, what I've taught. No, they're looking at every which way to manipulate every filing so that you believe it differently or you see it differently. And that's unfortunate. That's when you become the victim and you're being taken for a fool. Guys, the reason why we have YouTube and Reddit and Twitter and all the other platforms of social media is so that you can educate yourself and you can be informed. So you can make great decisions on the stock market. We've talked about it all the time. I look at all these stocks and I'm like, okay, man, I honestly feel that the Magnificent Seven or whatever you guys want to call them these days, I feel it's overpumped. I feel this market's so top heavy that it'll eventually implode and or it'll have a retraction. It'll have a pullback, a healthy pullback. It needs one come up maybe in March, maybe when GameStop goes up because of earnings. All this stuff we've talked about, but you guys are going to sit here and paint me in with a broad brush. I got a message from a guy who's attacking me left and right by the name of Korax, right? And what people tend to believe is that these guys are, they're mad that there's stock pumpers out there, as they call them. And if they've ever just got away from the noise, got away from the bullshit, if they would just listen and realize I'm like the third little pig, right? I'm the one building it brick by brick. That's what you can call me at this point. But I'll tell you something, all you naysayers out there, I'm not talking about a company that's riddled with private equity, where the CEO is manipulating people, where it's constant misinformation. No. I'm talking about investment that I make personally based off of the fundamentals that I see. Whether or not you agree to the price, you think it's overpriced, that's negotiable. Like we can literally negotiate on price because you feel like, hey, this is what I'll sell it for. The sales price is just an agreement between two people. They agree to sell it at that price and you agree to buy it at that price. How is that fundamentally wrong for people to understand, or they're up in arms that somebody says, yeah, you know what? I bought it at that price. I bought it at 14. I bought it at 12. I bought it at 10. Hell, what did I buy it at, guys? I've bought it at all the way up at $200 a share. When it was split, was at $50 a share right now. So from 50 on down, I've bought the stock before. Does that make any difference of what the company is? The company's still the company. The company's still being run properly. And the fundamentals are reducing, they're producing profits. So at what point is it okay to talk about the company in a positive light? Or are we just going to get upset because there's somebody out here who has a shirt on with bags on the wall and talks about it every day? Yeah, I'll tell you what, I'm not talking about private equity investments. I'm not pumping private equity investments. I'm not lying to people. We talk about it. GameStop's going to show $100 to $150 worth of profit this quarter. They're going to go on to become a very productive company, efficient, $100, $200, $300 million of profit a year. Is that all it's going to be? Probably. Is it the next See's Candy? Probably. Maybe it's just one company of many that Ryan's going to get churning and burning and go with it. Does it matter? I mean, am I a villain because of it? Like, what are you mad about? I tell the truth. I speak on private equity. I speak on how people are getting manipulated left and right. But instead of going through with the stories that you guys see, it's let's attack the messenger. And you're missing the message. It's okay. I won't stop talking. And I won't stop making videos. And I'm going to stay on subject. I'm going to tell you. HYMC, AMC, APE, Bed Bath & Beyond, Mullen Automotive, everything they've pushed in front of you, BBBYQ, GNS, I don't care what they put in front of you. They were all driven by private equity to manipulate people. And they've manipulated outcomes. They've manufactured outcomes. But when it comes to GameStop, this story is just getting started. GameStop. Can't stop, won't stop, GameStop. And neither will I. I'll never stop. I'll see you around, millionaires. Peace.